Okay, getting the first pick. Oh, get 3, Pyro, get 3 with the
Blade Kick putting on a clinic. Whole team's down. Oh!
Experience tranquility.
Let's drop the beat.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the BeatDrop. We have got an amazing team for you tonight. Tempest from the Discord tier joining us tonight. Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, and as you might notice if you're looking at the interview room, we also have a new face joining us who recently did an interview and coming back to help perform some of those interviews themselves. It's Triage joining me tonight. Triage, how you feeling?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me. I
Oh,
always
well-
wanted to do something like this.
Well, we are so glad to have you. Unfortunately, I never get away from here because I'm the one that does all the recordings, but I'm sure Gizmo appreciates having a night off.
We're stuck here.
We've only done, if I remember correctly, oh no, last night was the unlucky episode. Makes sense why it ran so long. Today is episode 14 of our BeatDrop series. So we're going to go ahead and move our way down the line and have our team introduce themselves. Tempest is a Discord tier team, finishing stage 1 with a 4-1 win-loss ratio, positive 5 map differential. Stage 2, 2-1 map differential with a positive 2 2-1 win-loss ratio with a positive 2 map differential, and is currently seed 2 for the playoffs. So do not be taking your eyes away from that screen if you see Tempest on there. I'm just saying, folks. I'm just saying. It's going to be a good game. We're going to go ahead and start off with Iconic, the GM of the team. Give us your name, your position on the team, and your favorite voice line.
I'm Iconic. I play Flex DPS for Tempest. And favorite voice line?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I feel like we're all a little familiar with that one. Usually comes after a certain wall comes up and we just happen to be on the other side with the enemy team. And really that just means May's laughing at us. So
I almost fell for the bit.
I almost fell for it.
I was like, wait, did he not prepare a voice line?
No. He got it on lock. Iconic does. All right, Nagisa.
Hi, I'm Nagisa. I play Flex Support. Technically a co-captain, but I don't really do much. And my favorite voice line? Probably Mercy's Not Sure Why I Even Bothered.
Them be the feels sometimes for Mercy players. I can definitely understand that. All right, Shadowfear.
Hello, I'm Shadowfear. I'm main support for Tempest. Favorite voice line? I was between two of them. I'm gonna go with Mercy's I'll cast a spell on you.
Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff. And getting into that time of year again. Love me some Halloween. Vet.
Yes. I'm Vet. I am the Zoomer main tank of the team, and my favorite voice line is catchphrase.
That is a indeed good catchphrase that Reinhardt has there. All right, Shadowfang.
Hi there, I'm Shadowfang. I'm the off tank for Tempest, and I think my favorite voice line is more of an interaction. It's an old school interaction.
Nothing wrong with that.
Back when there was no hero limit, and it's when Diva meets another Diva in the hero selection, and she says, "It's me. Someone must be hacking," and then the other Diva just says, "I hope we don't get banned for this."
Wow, I actually didn't even realize that there were voice lines planned for something like that. That's pretty incredible. All right, and last but not least, Maxix.
Hello, I am Maxis. I am Flex DPS, and my favorite voice line? Probably echoes, "That was different."
I have to say, I love the fact that she finishes Zenyatta's submarine voice line. That was like the one that I absolutely fell in love with when she came out. It was like, a submarine doesn't swim. It's like, right, Echo? Like, I was on a submarine for 5 years. I know that. Come on, Zenyatta. All right, thank you for joining us tonight, Tempest. We know that the schedule around this time of year is definitely really crazy. We appreciate y'all taking the time out. And actually, we are missing quite a few members of your team tonight. So, Iconic, who are we missing?
We're currently missing Scully, our second main tank player. Loki, or Sound of Mind, our hit scan DPS. And our coach... Well, you call him Cookies, but his name is listed as Laps.
Oh, okay. Alrighty then. Well, just know that they're not here, so you're free to talk about them as much as you want, and they won't be here to defend themselves. So, there. looks like we already have some plans for that, folks.
I mean, I would love to talk about Cookies, but he calls himself God, and I don't feel like I should mess with that.
I will.
That sounds exactly like what
don't want to tempt any wrath of Cookies there, which saying it in a line of itself is an odd sentence to put together. All right, so Iconic, our first couple of questions are for you as the team GM and captain. Tell us about the history of Tempest. Like, how did Tempest get started?
The history, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it really just started as me and Nagi. So the rest of Maelstrom was deciding to go back to Harmony tier this season, and we decided we wanted to hang around in Discord.
Okay.
So we stuck around and found the players we wanted, and somehow ended up with these people.
Somehow.
They just fell into your lap.
I did.
Simple, sweet, straight to the point. So, I guess, coming from Maelstrom, I guess it would kind of make sense, this next question, but why the name Tempest?
Honestly, coming up with the name wasn't easy. Triage definitely helped some with that one. And honestly, we just had to keep it storm related, and it was just the best choice we came up with, honestly.
Awesome. Triage, can you give us a little bit about how, like, because I know you're the one that created the logo, so like, what was your thinking around like creating Tempest's logo?
In the logo, I just wanted to keep it similar with the design elements from the Maelstrom logo.
Mm-hmm.
So I took the swirls that were used in the Maelstrom logo within the spiral and just mocked together some ideas and just like, oh, this looks neat, and it looks like there's a raging storm, or this looks like they're wailing on their own, and this could be a tempest. There's a storm going on, or a storm brewing.
Well, there is indeed a storm in the Discord tier, folks, based on how Tempest has been playing this season. I think the thing that I wouldn't say myself has loved about it, but my partner, Lady Jack, she is a big Smite player, and it reminds her a lot of from Greek mythology, Hel, who has kind of these light and dark forms, so kind of like a storm brewing internally. And that's actually the only team shirt she's purchased for Tranquility. So y'all should feel a lot of love from Lady Jack, whereas
Thank you, Lady Jack.
I'm more so of an equal opportunity billboard for all teams. So,
I mean, speaking of the name Tempest, I would be definitely down to mix with Exodus and have a trans tier named Sharknado.
Honestly.
yes, that would be amazing. By the way, those are documentaries, all right, folks? I don't care what anybody says. Those are real documentaries. Those are.
Oh yeah,
they happened, all right? And if you keep going with this climate change thing, they're going to happen more often, so you better watch out. All right, what do we got there next, Triage?
What we have next, I'm going to go down the list one after the other, starting with Iconic and working our way all the way down to Maxis. I'm going to ask all of you the same question here. So, Iconic, starting with you. How have you improved this season?
How have I improved this season? Honestly, I just widened and solidified my own hero pool. Like, I always played a lot of heroes, but I actually put a lot of time into perfecting more of them, not just being a May one trick.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody doesn't like May for a reason. But it's good to have a pool and something you're comfortable with doing. Then next up, we've got Nagisa. I'm asking you the same question. How have you improved this season?
Yes. How? Well, I also kind of improved my support line because, I like to play a lot of Mercy, but I've changed that quite a bit because I like playing Ana and Zen the most now. I've played a lot more comp that I used to, kind of force myself to learn my mechanics better, my cooldowns, gotten a lot of VOD reviews from different people because I wanted to strive really hard to improve for myself and for the team. So I feel like I've gotten pretty far with that, even though I'd like to improve more, but...
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. You've got the drive to improve, and you're keeping your team in mind. That's fantastic. Keep up the good work. Shadow Feeder, same question to you. How have you improved this season?
So I haven't officially played with these guys.
Just
I
roll
played
with it.
scrims.
Oh.
Just answer the question.
So I'm going to say that I've improved my communication skills because I don't normally shot call or position call really. I play more of Ana and I focus my shots, but now I'm playing Lucio.
Okay.
So that's kind of cool for me.
Awesome.
Cool. Kicking you out of your shell. I like it. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I came from the Jalapenos last season, who made a pretty good run, but moving up to Discord tier still definitely wasn't easy, so I was kind of forced to improve.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest thing for me was I picked up things other than Reinhardt, and so that's definitely helped me a lot, even though we still end up running it a good amount.
Fantastic. You got thrown into the fire and you're keeping up. All right. Shadowfang.
Honestly, it's kind of hard to say that I did improve because I feel like the meta just fell right into my hero pool with just D.Va and Zarya. But I honestly, personally, I would say that being able to work around a team more than I did in the previous seasons, even though like with Habaneros, like I made it to semis, but I feel like with this team we can win it all. And I definitely feel like it's because I feel like I'm playing better because I'm able to play with these guys and like actually sync up with them rather than just trying to do my best.
Okay, so your improvement has been in the team play aspect of the game. Like you've learned how to better play with your team.
Yep.
Okay, that's very important here. Maxix, finish off on you here. How have you improved?
Mine is kind of similar to Shadowfang here. Because I've been playing since season 1, so like especially this season, I feel like I have been learning how to play around my team more and how to make my skills and hero pool fit in with whatever comps we run or whatever strats we're trying to do.
Nice. That's I love kind of like the spread of improvement that we have here. And we talk about this a lot on the BeatDrop, is that many times you see the transition of like in Harmony tier, it's a lot about, communication, that teamwork aspect. Discord tier, still a little bit of that, but then starting to shift into the like micro mechanics, the ending of the one tricks, things like that. And then when you get up to Transcendence tier, it's more, unless they're a brand new team and they're just working out the communication style, it's more about kind of like those microtransactions, tracking ultimates, tracking of abilities, and being able to kind of ying when your teammates yang kind of thing. So it's nice to see kind of like a blend across this team where you have some that are working still on like the communication aspects, and you have some that are working on the team-based aspects, and some that are working on the individual aspects. So that's great. It's super awesome.
I was going to say something similar, is that I'm very surprised that we got so many different answers here. I was expecting a lot of the same, I just got better at the game.
I just played a lot.
I just played more. I'm clicking more heads. It's fine.
I mean, we're all a little too addicted to say we just played more.
Yeah.
I don't think you can play more at this point.
Yeah, at that point, I think it's less of a fun thing and more of we're wasting our life if we keep playing more.
Hey! It is not a waste of life if you're having a good time. All right,
Very
it's
true.
like we always say here on the Beat Drop. It is not a game. Overwatch is a lifestyle. All right, it is a lifestyle for our teams here. So, all right, next question.
I'm expecting a lot more of the same answer for this next one, but we're going to go back to the top and start with Iconic here. How has the team as a whole grown this season? What have you noticed the team from week 1 up until now that you're going into playoffs next week? Iconic?
Oh, sorry, I was thinking.
You got me with the silence. I was like, did he disconnect again? Or
No.
You had the perfect opportunity to say your voice line again. Sad.
Sorry.
So honestly, there's been a lot of improvement. When we first started, it was really, really shaky. So we also had different members at that time. And honestly, I think this is just the most stable we've felt all season. Like, the comms have been a lot better lately. We don't have, like, problems arguing with each other as much. Honestly, it's just everyone's gotten way more comfortable with each other, and it's improved us, like, a lot. Because I feel like a lot of teams don't spend as much time as we do together.
Hashtag Genshin Impact.
All right. Well, that's fantastic to hear. You guys have gone through quite a few roster changes throughout the season. And as I've always said, when you're building a team, you look for people you can gel with and play with. And that'll always get you the better results. Nagisa, what's your take on how the team has grown this season? Is it different from Iconics?
I would say it's somewhat similar. I mean, I agree we started off kind of rough. We didn't always have the same viewpoints, but I think that we learned to kind of quote unquote agree to disagree or discuss it more to figure out what we're doing that's either right or wrong, or like why each person has this view that varies. Also, having a coach helps because it's an unbiased view. But yeah, I'd say it's pretty similar to what Iconic said. I think us spending a lot of time together outside of Overwatch and inside of Overwatch, outside of scrims, is good for us. It's kind of like we're more, like we're friends. We're kind of like, a Tempest family. It makes it a lot easier in games and everything. So
I love when teams use that word.
I know. My favorite thing. When the team becomes a family, it's just all right, Shadow Fear, same question. Let's go. Come on.
I like that we're more aggressive now when we're in fights, like in game. If Vet's going in as Ryan, we're going in. I'm speed boosting you all in. We're going.
Getting out is another story.
Yeah, getting out's my job.
Cross that bridge when you come to it.
After they're all dead.
I was about ready to say, who needs to get out if they're all dead, right?
Exactly. Just win.
This man understands.
Just win, forehead.
There you go. I'm happy to have gotten a different answer there. Vet, what do you got?
Yeah, honestly, people just really we're a lot more friendly with each other. We know each other a lot better, and as a result, we don't tilt each other as much. Also, whenever I press the shift key, people have learned to press the W key to help me. It started off as just natural instinct, but now it feels like it's expected. So
It is.
We got protocols in place for when you hit shift.
Ryan,
I got you, buddy.
Ryan is a dive character if he goes far enough. I'm just saying.
Shadowfang, what are your thoughts on how the team's grown this season?
Although I do agree with everyone, I think honestly the biggest thing that has led to our improvement has been we're starting to understand each other's viewpoints from like whether we agree with it or not, we can see it from each other's viewpoints. So like when Nagi was getting like when we first started, like Nagi was getting focused a lot in the back line, but like I think so was our other support at the time, and they kept asking for help, but it also came down to like whether it was not either called enough or someone didn't have cooldowns. And then once we got our coach and he just basically explained to everyone why this didn't happen or why it did happen, it made it a lot easier for everyone to see someone's viewpoint and be like, okay, so if that's the situation they're going to be in, let me try, and that's the habits that they built, let me try and play around those habits rather than forcing everyone to adapt to everyone else's play style. So I feel like we all adapted to each other rather than forcing everyone to focus one person's play style.
Okay, so similar to what Nagisa said, yours is more of an understanding of how you are in game or how everybody plays, whereas Nagisa was saying that you have a better understanding of each other as people, and that also helps you gel better in game. Okay. Yeah. Maxix, same question. How has the team grown this season?
Being the last one, I get to just say, I agree with everyone. Since I joined, it from when I joined till now, I think I played like 5 games. From the first match, it seemed kind of hesitant, but we definitely adapted to each other, are more comfortable with each other, and we found that W key. So now we get in there. Like, Tempest's next goal is to touch spawn doors.
No.
No. That's too deep. That's too deep.
Practicing touching spawn doors in scrim.
Nagisa is immediately chiming in with the no. Makes you don't quite have that understanding.
Maybe Nagi doesn't need to be at the door. She can snipe from a distance.
She's the Ana. She's a sniper, so of course.
Good.
That works out. Then.
We leave her at the choke.
As much as we're improving, I know our coach would say we're all still 2 seconds. We're still engaging 2 seconds too early.
But I mean, it's all a song and dance at the end of the day. Like you can say that you could have like done better at this point in time or not, but even though you know all the steps, like when you're in the action, you're making the best call that you can at that time. So, I mean, at the end of the day, your score reflects how well, despite all the issues your team must have been having, during stage 1, you're all still doing incredibly well compared to at least the rest of the tournament. So I wouldn't shy away from patting yourselves on the back. I'm just saying.
You've all earned it. Now, while we're saying pat yourselves on the back, it's going to lead us perfectly into the next question, starting with Iconic. In your eyes, who is the most underrated player on your team?
And we will preface this by you can say yourself, and we've had people say themselves.
You can say yourself.
It has happened.
That boost and be like, it's me. Trust me. You should all talk about me more. You can do that. Starting with you, Iconic.
Yeah, I see the number.
Look, you were having connection issues earlier.
You know what? Sure. Despite the number, people still don't talk when we finish the question, so we still gotta say it.
So underrated. Probably Max. He thinks this community hates him, but I feel like more people should be talking about him. Like, he does a lot for this team that no one seems to notice.
Oh, that's sweet. Look at you. That's cute. All right, Nagisa, same question. He's the most underrated player on the team. Why is it you?
It's not me.
I was about to say, Nagisa's got quite a name.
Yeah.
Got a lot of cred with that. Just saying.
I would say, honestly, I agree with Iconic saying Max 6, but I'm going to say Iconic because, like, he's the captain. He does a lot of work that people don't really realize. He's always constantly strive to improve. He's really hard on himself sometimes, but like all the time. Well, I didn't want to, but yeah. Anyway, like he works really hard, and I think that like we have a lot of quote unquote names in the team. I'd say like people know Vet from last season. A lot of people know Shadow Fang because he's been a good off tank for a while, and I know Max won't agree with me, but I know that a lot of people know Max from like previous teams that have done well. But Iconic has kind of just been around. People don't talk enough about him, I don't think. So, yeah, I would say Iconic.
This is my favorite segment.
It is. It is also my favorite.
It's so wholesome. I love it.
It is. It's all right. We'll squash that here in a couple minutes.
Oh, yeah. No, that's going to go. All right, Shadow Fear. You just got here, but who's the most underrated player on the team? You can say it's you since you just got here. Nobody's seen you play.
It's unfortunate. I won't be saying me. It's Max. He does a lot he does a lot in the back line. Like I followed Tempest for a bit early on in the season, just watching on Twitch. I followed Max when he was playing on Counter Shaded. Sorry, Max. He does a lot in the back line against the supports. He hacks the tanks. Like, you don't see it, but there's a lot of value coming from his gameplay if he's on Sombra, Torb, Echo, whatever.
All right, fantastic.
Shout out to the Torb play.
One of you is going to say it's you, and I'm really looking forward to it.
It's going to be that.
I was about to say, sometimes it doesn't happen, Triage. Don't get your hopes up.
I know, I just want it to. Vet, on to you. Most underrated player of the team.
I'm really tempted to say myself just because it'd be funny, but
I knew it.
It's got to be Max. I think Max is underrated to a lot of the community, but he's also underrated to himself. I don't think he realizes how good he is and how much he helps us out.
Man, we're just having a Max party today.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's your own Max. You're doing great, Max. All right, Shadow Fear. Underrated player of the team?
Shadow Fang. We got two shadows.
Right. I misread the name.
No worries.
You have too many shadows.
I knew it was gonna happen to one of us eventually. I knew it was gonna happen.
At least once. So I'm gonna kind of take a weird turn. And honestly, like, even for the people on this team that have a name, I legitimately think that everyone in this team is underrated in another way, like in a way or another. Like Iconic kind of got buried. Like he is honestly like he there are moments where he just straight carries an entire map, and he's still like not talked about enough. Like Nagi might have a name, but like honestly, I don't think that people understand how much she does for the team. She keeps 2 feeder tanks alive. That's incredible. Like, Shadow Fear just got here. He hasn't gotten a chance to make a name for himself yet. And honestly, once you guys get to see him, you're gonna see some great things from Shadow Fear. Vet, as much as he feeds, like he's still a crucial part of this team because he's honestly our biggest aggression button. And without him, I guarantee you that this team would be very passive. Maxis is another like really, really great player. Honestly, like without his Sombra play, I think that this season definitely could have turned out very differently. Loki, even though he won the Widow 1v1, he's so hard on himself, and he works so hard to improve himself, whether like through so many things that he has to deal with. And like hell, even I haven't got to play much with Scully, so sadly, sorry Scully, you're the only one I can't really talk about. But you are still trying more than what I think most people would do when they just join a team, when they're still trying to feel everyone out. And then I got to give it to Cookies. He deals with all of us.
Wow, that was incredible. Just right down the list, going over just about everybody.
That's called a safe answer, Triage.
It is. Shadow Fang didn't answer my question.
I think it's everyone but me.
All right, so Shadow Fang picks himself. All right.
Got it.
Most underrated player on the team, Max.
Most underrated player on the team. Well, going with what everyone else saying, I'm just gonna say it's me. No, I'm joking.
I mean, you can. You're more than welcome to.
I know, but I'm actually gonna say it's Iconic, and I say that because he doesn't like to take credit for all the plays that he makes. So as much as I do things in the back line, he's on the front line. Like, because I'm not with the rest of the team, he is the damage of the team. So he carries it just as hard as I do. But he doesn't like to call it out or doesn't recognize it himself.
Wow. Man, we had love all around here tonight. We're just having flashbacks to an interview recently where one person didn't get any love. Anyway, hope everybody had fun there, just reminiscing. Telling each other how great you are.
Are you a little salty about that interview there,
No.
We love you, Triage.
See, you get the love by being here. Forget your team. Just be with us. We'll give you all the love you need. All right. Well, let's get all that lovey-dovey stuff out of the way, because now it's time to be a little cutthroat as we start going into our games and starting to see who knows what about Tranquility, Overwatch, and even their own teammates. So our first game of the evening is word association. I will say a word either from Overwatch or Overwatch Tranquility, and you will say the first thing that comes to mind, whether it be another word, and you can expound on that. You can say like a phrase that comes to mind, or like a memory that may be triggered and that keeps you awake at night. All of those things are acceptable answers, and we'll just go down the line once again. Same word for every person. So our first word, Iconic, is Reaper.
Oh my god. I'm so tired of playing Reaper.
It's a great way to start.
Oh, I'm so tired of playing Reaper.
Is that your answer? I'm just so tired of playing Reaper.
I think we count that. That's a good answer.
Honestly, I'm a little tired of seeing Reaper, so I feel you. Nagisa.
Okay, well, I'm going to be honest with you. My ADHD brain said lasagna, which makes no sense. But
it's in the refrigerator. I'm just saying. It's in the refrigerator.
Why is it not in the freezer? Anyway, the second thing that came to mind was the core of our problems. The core of this team's problem.
On the attack or on the defense?
Not our team, the other team.
Oh, okay. I was about ready to say, you gave Iconic some love earlier, but maybe Iconic needs to be brought down a peg. No. I just wanted to make sure.
Funny that.
All right, Shadow Fear.
Psychopath.
Ooh. But a high functioning, but a high functioning psychopath. Always remember. Vet.
Always.
I'm so tired of playing against Reaper.
What, you don't like the dive meta? It's so fun.
I hate it.
Everybody needs a shredder on the dive meta. All right, Shadow Fang.
Honestly, the only thing that comes to mind when I see a Reaper is just me thinking in my head, ha ha ha, Reaper, you think you can shoot when I'm Diva? Funny.
All right, and Maxis.
I actually had, when you said Reaper, I actually had a memory pop into my head.
Ooh.
Of my, I think it was a 5K or 6K that I got with Shadow Fang on Zarya. He bubbled me when I jumped into a grav that he threw.
On
Was that the Li Jiang?
On Li Jiang, yeah. The Li Jiang clip.
Yeah, I clipped that.
Nice.
That was your first match with us, right?
Yes.
I think so, yeah. That was the very first match, yeah.
Talk about making a name for yourself there. Shoot. All right. What we got next, Triage?
Well, the next one on the list, we're going to go back to the top and talk to Iconic here. What pops into your head when I say the team name, Flying Lions?
Well, first off, that's who we play next. So
what? That's the reason. That's the reason we pick these.
Word. Also, we've scrimmed them a lot.
What a coincidence!
And we're friends with that team. We honestly love everybody on that team. So I'm kind of looking forward to playing them. I mean, I don't plan on losing, but
Of course not.
Oh well, I was talking to Cinnamon last night after their victory, and they feel the same way. So it's I'm hoping for a really great match.
That should be a lot of fun. Nagisa.
Flying Tempest. That's what I think every time, because whenever we scrim with them, we put both sides as Flying Tempest.
Oh.
But also, I think of friends because, like, so many of those people on the team are like friends, close friends of mine, have been since the SVB, like Discord. So, friends.
What a wholesome interview this has been so far. Hopefully we can change that in a moment.
No, we'll get there. Don't worry.
I think of Cinnamon, and when I think of Cinnamon, I think of Cinnamon's Pick Palace that she had in OG Trank server, and then moved over to the Potato server.
All the pet pictures?
Yeah, all the pet pictures, all the cat pictures.
I mean, I feel like I'm in quite a few of Cinnamon servers, and every server has a Cinnamon's Pick Palace. It's like automatically added to every server as soon as they come in there.
All right, Vet Flying Lions.
First one is Flying Tempest. Second thought is Loki in the match chat saying random stuff.
Yeah.
Just goes on rants randomly when you're playing.
I have to ban him from using text chat.
Nobody enables him like they do.
Oh my gosh.
I'd like to see those someday.
If Conviction was still on that team, that would still be going on.
Shadowfang, you are next.
Honestly, I'm the same as Nagi. I just think of friends because like I'm also like a longtime person in the SVB channel, so like I just think, oh, all my pickup game friends are all now here.
Stealing each other's answers. Maxix, what do you got?
Flying Lions, I also think Cinnamon. That's like first thought.
It's kind of hard not to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. So we like to put a couple of comps in here, and today's comp is one we haven't seen for quite a while, unfortunately, and I have keyed them the Suck Squad due to their abilities, and that's Sigma Diva. So iconic. What do you think about Sigma Diva?
It sounds like quick play to me. Ooh. That sounds terrible.
Well, I mean, right now it does.
I don't ever want to see that be a comp.
You all play in Discord. You don't have to deal with the comps I deal with. All right.
Wait, that's a comp in Harmony?
I mean, I'm like gold plat, so yeah, that's kind of what I deal with. I mean, I deal with people running the most ridiculous comps, which is why we put them all here. For you all to pick apart and tell us how bad they are. Nagisa.
Sounds like all of my comp games, but better than Diva Hog.
Ooh, true. So true. So true.
Grass is always greener.
Wait, didn't we have a Sig Diva yesterday?
Yeah.
Don't tell them about
that. Can you play a day of comp without saying Sigma Diva?
The game is over. We don't talk about that anymore. All right. Shadow Fear.
Mr. Heroes?
If you're lucky.
The only time
if you're not 6 DPS with no healer, no tank. Which is usually my Mystery Heroes matches. Who's the healer?
My Mystery Hero matches, they're usually all tanks.
Oh, see, I would rather all tanks. Yeah. At least I can take it. All right, Vet.
2.0.
Don't let them eat the grav.
Well,
Triangle goats.
That is why I coined them the Suck Squad. They be eating a lot. Shadowfang.
Honestly, all I can think of is me playing Diva and looking at the Sigmas, just thinking, switch, switch, switch.
Be something else, please, please, please. All right, Maxis.
Sigma Diva, fun.
Exactly right.
Fun.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I love my favorite thing about Sigma is hacking him out of his ult. Best thing ever.
See,
I
Go ahead.
almost get it's just as excited as when I see a Zenyatta on a team. I see a Sigma or Diva.
Huh. Interesting. See, I'm the opposite because I'm more than likely the Sigma, and so I like the ult combination that you can do there. So you get the gravitic flux, you bring them up, you send the bomb right underneath them, like you're pulling the carpet out from under them, and boom, as they're dropping, it's all done and over. All right, what we got next there, Triage?
Next up on the list, we've got the podcast master, the Twitch manager extraordinaire. We've got Booth. Starting with iconic, what's the first thing that comes into your mind when we say Booth?
I honestly don't know a lot about Booth. I mean, I've seen him around the community, and I know he does a lot, but I don't personally know him very well.
Well, we know who's not getting. Well, we know who's not getting the feature matches now. All right. I'm just joking.
Nagisa.
I'm gonna add on to that. Who is this man? I do not. I saw him last podcast, and I was like, or a few podcasts now, I guess. And I was like, I don't remember this guy, but apparently he also was in the fundraiser for having like a cosplay or something. I don't know.
A 80s Zarya cosplay.
Yep, he and I are still working on that. We're attempting to probably by the time this comes out, we're actually going to cast a game together with our cosplays on. So it should be.
I'm excited.
Should be a good time. Torb Zarya, who'd have thought?
I'll be
right?
judging. I'll be judging your cosplays.
No, well, mine I can already tell you isn't going to be great. So don't hold me to too high of a standard.
See, Nagi loves to cosplay. I used to do it professionally, so I'm definitely interested as well.
All right.
Save your hobbies for later. All right. Shadow Fear.
I'll do you one better.
Oh.
Wise Booth.
Oh wow.
Oh man. See, we try to give the podcasters love on here, and it just shows how little people know. Because we pick the podcaster at random, and it seems like every time that we pick a podcaster, unless it's NPC, because everybody knows NPC, more than likely we get the tier director that is not of the tier of the team that we picked for that night. And so they're like, who is this? Or it's just like one of the other podcasters that, we're just casters, and so usually people don't know about us unless we've been around for a while. So, but we try to give them love. We're sorry, Booth. I love you.
Booth, what's important is that I care about you. Okay. Just know that. On to Vet.
They never ask, how is Booth?
That, you know what? I can answer, and like most of the admin, Booth is probably going to be hairless by the time the season is done. So
pretty stressed out, honestly.
Yeah, just a little bit. We're all on that grind train.
I see.
Alrighty, that brings us to Shadowfang. Do you know who Booth is?
I do, but I don't know him for a good reason.
Oh boy.
I know him because he's one of the 4 casters in the 3 seasons that I've been in Trank that has called me consistently good.
Oh, there you go. That's a good memory. That's important. See, there you go, Booth. People remember you. All right, on to Maxix.
Same thing. I don't really know Booth. And I feel bad because I've been in the community since season 1, but there's still like a lot of people I don't know. And like him being a caster really is kind of like, wow. How do I not know him?
Wow.
Am I the only one that remembered Booth?
You should just Maxix, you should just ask the remaining question. When is Booth?
Yeah. There you go.
When is Booth? When is Booth?
To be fair, I remembered Booth, but I had to continue the question.
Oh.
Man, I almost feel bad for Booth, but is that we care about him. And
1 out of 6 is not
good memories. Exactly. That's not bad. It's just I'm learning today that very few people actually watch the podcast.
Yeah, and if you don't, shame on you. That's all I gotta say. We have so much fun on the podcast. Every Monday night, twitch.tv/OW Tranquility. Just saying. All right.
I watch the podcast, but I watch it like 2 times speed, so.
But how would you still not know who people are? Like, you can still watch it at 2 times speed and still see who people are.
Well, I know who they are, but like it's like the only memory I have of Booth. He kind of is quiet.
Oh goodness, yeah, we did drive Booth a little crazy in the After Dark episode we just did.
I did not watch that one.
Oh, if you gotta go back and watch it. It was so much fun. Booth was probably dead by the end of that one.
2 hours.
All right, so last but not least here, we have another team that is on track to be taking you on your way to the finals, and that is Barbados. Starting again with Iconic.
Rematch.
Ooh.
And not dropping a map this time.
Oh, there we go. There's the salt we're looking for. All right, Nagisa.
Is that the one with the trident?
Yes.
Okay.
That's one of the few with the trident, yes.
I'll be completely honest. I don't remember things very well. So I don't remember teams very well. But I do know that we won against them before. So that's it. That's all I have.
You hear that, Barbados? What she meant to say was, "You're forgettable because we beat you."
Every team is forgettable. Not in a mean way. My brain is small.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Me and Nagi probably have the worst memory in Trank.
Fact.
I wish I could say that was true.
I'm getting up in the years.
Yeah, if you ain't got dad or mom brain yet, then you have no idea the things that you'll forget. I'll look at my computer screen, look away, and look back, and try to remember what it was I was just thinking about.
I mean, mood. So
already there. Oh man. So
Yeah.
you have no hope. Then I'm so sorry. Shadow Fear.
The only thing that pops in my head is helping Max come up with the ratios for his Max banner that you were doing for the team.
Graphics,
The
yeah.
graphics. It was a mess trying to make it look nice.
Facts.
All right.
I
Vet.
remember that.
Main tank difference.
Oh.
I wish so.
Prefer not to answer.
Drop.
Well, I guess we'll find out in the coming weeks there. Shadowfang.
Hi, Creamery.
Aww.
Oh yeah, hi Gregory.
I think Taki's on that team too, so hi, Taki. I'm not sure if you're on that team or not.
He's their main
Yeah,
tank,
yeah.
bro.
Bedhead hug
He
you.
who has the best memory.
We don't know the teams, but we know we have friends on that side. So
I used
just
to
the two.
coach Taki. That's the only reason I remember him.
Oh, it's like the two didn't make a connection. That's too bad. All right, Maxix.
Round 2.
All right.
We're gonna be putting that trident back in the water.
Oh, they were. See, I knew it. We'd get there. We'd get to that salt eventually. All right. What are we on to next, Triage?
Now we're moving into our next game, which is Team Superlatives. So everybody knows what superlative is, right?
No.
So we're going to ask a question along the lines of who on your team is the biggest feeder, or who is the most like X individual. Got it?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Okay.
So we're going to start at the top with Iconic. This might be a little strange one, and the answer can be no one, but we'll get to that.
It's no fun if it's no one. Just make
It's
it
no
up.
fun.
Just make it up at that
Pick
point.
somebody and then come up with an idea how it happens.
Exactly.
Who on your team is most likely to survive the Hunger Games?
Survive the Hunger Games, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Tween Battle Royale. Do, 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 do.
I'm just gonna say Max.
Just
Okay.
just gonna drop the mic with that. Just-
any supporting evidence?
No, it's more of knowing why other people wouldn't make it through the.
If I crunch the numbers, the one most likely to make it through, and then it just goes downhill from there.
1% chance is still the highest chance. Got it.
Got it.
Pretty much what that was.
All right, Nagi. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, my answer is not Max.
I'm hurt.
Yeah, I know.
I got you. Don't worry.
Can it be me?
You can choose you.
I think it could be me.
And
I think I could do it. I'm good at dealing with a lot of shit, a lot of different various shit. So that's my answer.
All right. Note she did not distinguish between physical or emotional or intellectual.
Everything.
So we will just see. There we go. Okay. That
Clarification.
clarification makes it secure. All right.
Perfect. All right, on to you, Shadow Fear.
I'm gonna have to go with Nagi. And I gotta go with because she's like the Katniss for us. Other people will just die for her. Immediate command MPD. Queen, he's gonna die for you.
Yep, I don't know why, but when you went to describe why for Nagi, I thought you were just going to say because she scares you. I don't know why.
No. She's gonna get carried.
That's where the fear comes in Shadow Fear.
Carried.
All right.
Oh, we got some spice going on here. Inter team
He
turmoil.
tries to bring the juice, but he's not very good at it.
Oh, this is a difficult one. You know what? Fuck it. Everyone dies. No one lives.
All right, that answer is used up. Nobody else can use it now. Shadowfang, on to you.
Honestly, I think myself. I've done martial arts for years. I've done weapon training. I know how to use a bow and arrow. I've used most types of blades, and
wow,
I'm good.
man!
I mean, this to the team before, and I think that was forgotten.
Shadowfang's been paying attention to United States news, and it's like, oh crap, I gotta get ready for this.
I mean, I've also done those things, and I'm 250 pounds, so I don't think I'd do it.
You know what's funny is I'm heavier than you, but I can run for like a solid a mile and a half straight at top speed.
Nice. Nope, you got me beat. I'd be dead first. All right.
Shadowfang using this to brag and boast about himself. Man.
I am.
Hey, that's fine. That's what this is all about.
Max, on to you. Who would survive the Hunger Games, and why is it not Shadowfang?
Oh, it's definitely going to be me. I have to agree with Iconic here. But my reasoning is I have the most level head, and I would have, like, I could keep my emotions in check versus everyone else.
Oh,
yeah.
If you've ever watched him stream Phasmophobia, he's lying.
I mean, if you watch him stream our screams, you know he's lying.
I've been in the games, and I can confirm that's a lie.
Max says,
He seemed all red when he was angry.
Max says, I gotta remind you, the part where you're supposed to brag about yourself and nobody talks about you is at the end of the show.
I know. Captain Jack, bring us to the next one.
All right, so this is a common one we have, and you already brought up the word family. So who do you believe are the parent or parents of Tempest? Starting again with Iconic.
The parents? Huh.
Who's the team, dad or mom?
Or both.
Or both.
Nagi's still the mom of the team. Everyone's scared of her.
She's still there.
Defiant's scared.
She's the only one that keeps everybody in check. Shut up, Max.
Really?
All right, so I feel like I gotta leave Nagi till last because I feel like I'm gonna see a trend here very soon. Shadow Fear.
I want to go with Cookies. He can be both the mom and the dad till he's gone.
All right. Give some love to the coach there. All right, Vet.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Nagi. The amount of times I've pinned in and Nagi's been like, "No, Vet."
It's every
Yeah, it's everyone but you.
Every time. It's every time you're on off cooldown.
No.
Look, it's a very easy button to press. Okay.
It's all in the tone, though.
It's just right there, ready for my pinky every time. All right, Shadowfang.
I think when in between maps, I think it's cookies in game. I think it all depends on who's the least tilted if things are going wrong. Because I feel like everyone has just told everyone else to shut up and just took charge at some point. Except for Vet.
Vet's in the enemy backline. What's he gonna do there? All right, Max.
Yeah, you're right. There's definitely a trend because, of course, Nagi is the team mom.
Thanks, guys.
Because she tries to keep everyone in check and make sure we're doing what we're supposed to do.
Not that we listen, but she tries.
Just like a real mom. Like, come on.
I try so hard.
I try, but no one listens to me, so.
She puts food on the table.
All right, Nagi. Do you accept the charges placed before you, or are you gonna throw blame elsewhere?
No. I guess I am. I try to keep everyone in, like, doing well. Sometimes I get tilted, but usually I'm, like, the one that's trying to keep things going and together and not too stressful, and that doesn't always work, but...
All right. Nothing wrong with that.
That was exciting. I know
Was it?
from what I've viewed of your guys' play, Nagi often hits them with the "I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed" thing. So
I don't think I've ever heard Nagi say that.
She's never said it. You can hear it in her voice.
It's a vibe.
You can just hear it. That's how moms really do it. They don't have to say it. It's just in the tone of voice.
Yeah. That's what you got to look for.
Is that what American parents are like? Damn.
Yes, they are. I don't think that's just American parents, though. I think that's actually quite a few different parent stereotypes there.
Definitely not Puerto Rican. I can tell you that much.
On to the next one. We're going to go back up to Iconic. So, this one for you, buddy. Who is the Emong of the group, or who stays positive during most situations? Who's often the last to tilt and try to keep everybody sane?
Honestly, it's probably Loki.
Ooh.
I think he's the only one that hasn't muted during a scrim because he got tilted.
He's muted for other reasons.
Yeah, when he's not in the game.
Exactly.
Or he's talking too much in chat. I still think it's Loki, though.
All right. Picking the person who's not here. I like it. I don't have to skip anybody and come back to him later.
Exactly.
I'm gonna give that a big agree. Like, Loki, when we're all, like, starting to get tilted or maybe getting at each other's throats a little bit, Loki comes in. He's, like, always calm about it. He's like, okay, guys, we just need to work it out. We need to figure out what we're doing wrong or what can we change. Like, he's really good at that. I don't think I've ever heard him tilted about anything.
And then we bring up that one incident.
Well, wait, you mean grappling into their team?
Yes.
Well, that has nothing to do with him.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
I mean, he did it, but, like, it didn't tilt him. It might have tilted us.
I was about to ask, was it Widow or Hammond into the enemy
Widow.
team? Oh, I mean, you see...
I want you to know, he's like, oh, I thought I was going to die anyways, as I'm on high ground with no one else around me, so I'm just going to jump into the enemy team with a grapple.
I mean, sometimes you forget what hero you're playing. Maybe they thought they were going to just bowl right into him and knock them all down, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Skinny drive was on cooldown.
Exactly. Skinny French lady versus giant metal ball of death. I mean, easily confusable.
Yeah, come on.
They look the exact same.
Exactly. Might as well be
Spot the difference.
Yeah. You make them the same color, you wouldn't even know.
Wait, they're not the same color?
Oh man.
It's really close. It's like a shade off.
Gotcha.
Shadow Fear, onto you.
I'll jump on the bandwagon and say Loki.
Any
Easy.
more reasoning you want to add on to that, or are you just going to say Loki and then just shut off the mic?
Shut off the mic.
All right.
All right, sounds good. Matt, onto you.
Yeah, I'm definitely also gonna agree on Loki.
Most unanimous decision we've had so far.
We're getting there.
Yeah. 2 more to go. Hopefully one of them messes it up. Shadowfang.
In-game Loki, out-of-game Cookies, because I've also never seen Cookies even remotely feel any emotion.
And I'm just happy.
I don't think I've seen him happy yet.
No, he feels happy.
I know he feels it. I said I haven't seen it.
That's because that's his default mood. You
He's
can't
God.
notice the difference if he's always happy.
Imagine.
That's got to be the weirdest coaching scenario I've heard so far. Like usually we get the team saying that coaches are like the abusive dad when we ask the
No,
parents
Cookies is
question.
wonderful.
So
No,
that's
Cookies is dope.
He's
He's
the
honestly
exact
probably
opposite.
Cookies is a supportive uncle.
Yes.
How about that?
I've not heard that comparison. I like that one. Good.
I honestly
Keep
don't
that in
think we
back
would
pocket.
get this far without Cookies, though.
Fantastic. All right. Maxix.
Yeah, I'm have to go with Loki. He comes in when we're arguing, and he'll agree with both sides and try to find that middle ground.
Aww.
Very
Your team's very own Zenyatta. How about that?
very Canadian of him.
Yeah.
He's our resident Canadian.
Well, then that makes perfect sense at that point.
Yeah, he's very sweet.
Honestly, so many times I've been asked why we haven't moved yet, and I ask myself that question all the time too. All right. So as we like to include some OWL questions like the one we just had, we also like to give some love to the Zoomers out there, because we know that Overwatch is kind of an old game, going on 5 years now. So lots of newer games out there, cooler things to be other than a scientist monkey or a time traveling fighter pilot, So we're gonna go to Among Us for today's question, which has been a big game out there.
For this.
I bet we picked the perfect team for this.
The resident Zoomer here absolutely fucking loves it. Sorry.
There we go.
But yes.
All right. So who is the imposter of your team? The one most likely to play a trick on your teammates. That can be in or out of game.
Are we going from the top?
Yep, top bottom.
Come on now, we've done this how many times now?
I forgot, okay?
Switch it up.
And you wonder why we put the numbers in. There's a very big reason for that.
They skipped Nagi earlier, so you never know.
Well, yeah, but that was because Nagi was the one being accused.
You can switch things up.
So, who do you think is the imposter of your team there, Iconic?
Yeah, it's Vet.
Okay.
Definitely Vet.
Yep. I mean, he's a Zoomer. That's all the reasoning I need.
All right, Nagi.
Max. It's Max.
Wow.
Hey, I was in Med Bay. I don't know what she's talking about.
No. Listen.
Sus.
This sly
Oh my
words
god.
that I'm not going to say. He's
Real mom of you.
He's something. he's the imposter. He thinks he can get out of anything. He can't.
Sus.
Ooh.
Go to your firm.
I believe in you, Max. Don't worry.
Man, that sounds like PDK was with me a couple nights ago. I mean, he got thrown out the airlock and he just happened to not be the imposter. I don't know how that could have happened. All right. Shadow Fear.
I have this distinct memory of playing with Vet and Max. I was defending Vet. They were bullying him. And then what do I know? Vet comes over and kills me. Vet, you're the imposter.
Wow. Backstabber extraordinaire. Vet, I think we'll have to hold you till last there. Shadowfang.
Honestly, I don't. I only can say Vet because, like, the few times we played Among Us, he's literally always been imposter, and I think the game's trying to tell us something.
Watch
I think he's been imposter more often than he's been anything else. So
watch your background, Vet, folks. There's a reason he tackles into the enemy team. It's to join them.
You can have him.
Damn.
Maxix.
I'm also gonna jump on the bandwagon and go with Vet. 'Cause you're right. He leaves the team to join the other.
He's just trying to be friendly, right? It's not to go against you at all, I swear.
I'm in the back line and I see him there with me. So
Vet, how'd you get here? I just dove through them. I don't know what you're talking about.
I vented.
Exactly. I vented into the enemy back. All right, Vet, do you accept the charges placed before you, or is someone else to blame?
I just want to know how to vent like Max did.
I'm new.
Very well, very well. All right. So this last one is always a tricky one there. So it'll either be for another member of your team, or if you don't know the team that well, it'll be for yourself. So go ahead, Triage.
Alrighty. Starting back at the top with Iconic. Who on the team has the most interesting hobby, and what is it? Don't just tell us a name and then just pretend like that's okay.
Huh.
We want all the juicy details.
Does anyone on this team have a hobby other than playing Overwatch?
I don't know. I'm pretty boring, and I'm looking for things to do outside of Overwatch. So come on.
me and Nagi do.
You know me.
You don't. Shut up. You play Phasmophobia. That's it. That's your hobby.
I mean, Phasmophobia just came out, so I don't think that counts as a hobby.
How much we played it, it might. But I guess I'd have to go with Nagi's cosplaying. I'll say I can't really name anybody else's hobby off the top of my head. Like, I don't know what anybody else does outside of Overwatch. And I talk to these people every day. I feel like we don't have hobbies on this team.
Well, you know what? Don't feel bad. Most teams are exactly like that. Yeah. So it is quite all right.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. And cosplay is a great one. Nagisa.
Interesting, huh? It's hard because it's like, ooh, Fear's a lawyer. Ooh, Max works at Apple. Vet schoolwork. I don't know.
I think it was quite the range there.
Yeah.
One of these things is not like the other, but
I mean, it's just Algebra 1. It's nothing that big.
Very unique set of people, but not necessarily like unusual. I guess maybe Shadowfang, since he said he used to like work at a place that made cosplays. Like, I'd say that's pretty interesting. So,
all right,
ties into your own interest.
Yes.
Well, I got her quote like a while ago.
Yeah.
So you only know what he does because it benefited your hobby. I like it. Shut up here.
Yeah, I don't really know what people do, so I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon of Nagi's cosplay.
Call.
I was about to say, do you have any hobbies?
Yeah, what do you got going on? You can say I won't judge you.
I used to play Quidditch.
Nice.
It's a fun hobby.
That is actually really cool. I learned about that my C-dad, and for those of you that aren't of Navy speak, that's pretty much the person that is assigned to you when you're new and you come to a ship, and then just kind of like teaches you the ropes. And when both myself and my C-dad got out of the Navy, he went back to college and he joined a Quidditch team, and I didn't even realize that was like a real thing. So that's like really fucking cool, man.
Hey, we already had our one F word. This is PG-13.
No, we can drop one like every 10 minutes, and it's been like an hour and 10 minutes. So I'm just trying to bring up the meter. All right, we're not for under 13. We have to make that very specific now on YouTube.
Very true.
Well, that is definitely a very interesting hobby. All right, now everybody knows he does that. You can all pick Shadow Fear from now on.
Yeah, I do this weird thing where like I go to high school. No, it's definitely Quidditch.
It's a perfectly great choice. Shadowfang.
Honestly, I like outside of Overwatch. I think because I still kind of do my 3 hobbies for different reasons. I'm just gonna say me just to mix things up a little bit. But I do Muay Thai and Judo for martial arts. I still play basketball. I used to be a basketball star until I got an injury. And then I also, like Nagi said, I used to work, like me and my friends basically, or they started a company. I had a chance to join them. I chose not to because I wanted to take a different path. But yeah, so like I made cosplays professionally, and that's what I was referring to a while ago.
Nice.
Yeah, as somebody who's cosplayed before and would like to do it again, I'm gonna keep all that information in mind.
Don't, because they had to close because of COVID.
Dude,
just couldn't afford to like keep the building up anymore.
Oh, that's too bad.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm still gonna keep it in mind.
That's unfortunate. Hopefully they'll find a way to come back after this is all done.
I'm sure they're gonna try. They all went to college for something, and they could all take better job opportunities until they have enough money again.
Yeah, but I mean, it's all about the love of what you do, not all the time of what we should do with our lives, so to speak.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to school for video game programming.
Woo!
I mean, I just work for money, but you don't have to.
Money's only worth it if you have the people to spend it for.
Oh, that's sweet. I don't. Max, on to you.
Triage does. It's himself. All right.
Oh, yeah. I'm worth it.
Yeah, that's right. You are worth it, Triage. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
You gotta treat yourself like a queen.
And his cats.
And my cats. My cats deserve it.
And the
I will
ghost.
force you to pay for your cats.
So I am an aspiring ghost hunter. I live across the street from a cemetery, so I will be taking my Ouija.
You might want to consult with Lady Jack before doing that. She's got some words about people who had decided to mess with spirits in that way. So might want to be a little careful there. Get a little bit more training under your boots before you start taking Ouija boards into cemeteries across from your house.
He's level 40 on Phasmophobia. He's got plenty of experience.
Oh, okay. Well, I digress then. You obviously got it going on then.
Then I stream on the side, so there's that too. But,
He only
Sign up. I want to join your team.
a third of the time.
All right. Well, yeah, that finishes up all of our questions tonight. So we're headed to everybody's favorite section, Server Kick Trivia. Tonight's trivia is Overwatch voice line interactions. So you'll either get a singular voice line that comes from like when a character is eliminated, and you'll have to give us who the names of the 2 characters involved in the interaction are, or it will be a single voice line from a conversation between 2 characters, and you'll also have to give us both character names. The way this works, you say your name like it's the buzzer. We'll give you whatever the voice line is, and if I was Vet, I would say Vet, and either myself or Triage will ask you to answer. If you get the answer correct, then you get to choose who gets kicked from the server, and we are not on that list, so don't even try it. And if you get the answer wrong, then we have to send you on your way instead, and the person who survives till the end ends up getting to speak their mind without the team to go against them until the VOD comes out. So, any questions?
Nope.
Alrighty then. Triage, since it's your first time here, I'll let you pick the first one.
Oh, I could. Okay. let's see. Where do we want to start? Let's start with a relatively easy one then. We're going to go with Not Today, Jesse.
Iconic.
Iconic was first.
Ash.
And who?
Oh, McCree. Sorry, I didn't know there were two.
Yep, there's going to be 2 for each of them. So you'll have to name who the 2 interactions are. But Triage, go ahead.
Wrong.
Yes, you are wrong.
God.
We threw that in as a tricky one because actually there are 2 people that call McCree Jesse. It's Ash and
Max?
Nobody can chime in? It's Echo.
It's Echo.
Oh,
So that voice line comes from Echo after eliminating an enemy McCree. So, Iconic, you are indeed, as your namesake says, but we have to send you on your way. Any last words?
No, I think I've stuttered on here enough.
All right, Iconic. Well, you are, like I said, you are indeed as your namesake, but just not as memorable, unfortunately. F in the chat there, folks. All right, and then there were 5. So, let's see. I'll go ahead and make it even a little easier on this one. Sorry, Papa. Back to the scrap heap. Vet.
Is it Brigitte and Torbjorn?
I'll accept it, but technically, it's every time that Brig takes out Torb's turret. I know that obviously you wouldn't be able to get that, but every time she destroys one of Torb's turret, that's what she says. So, Vet. You have 4 members of your team to choose from. You cannot choose yourself. So who's it gonna be?
Let's go with Max.
Max.
You really are the imposter. What the?
Max. Max, you have been chosen to be sent on your way. Any last words?
I'm the carry for the team.
No, you're not.
Well, Max.
A meme later.
Well, Max, you've been so innocent so far, but right now, you so sus, man. You so sus. All right, and then there were 4. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one there, Triage.
Alrighty. What do we got here? For mine, we're going to go with You're Just a Scientist. You're just a scientist.
I know one half of it.
Let's go with Shadow Fear.
All right, Shadow Fear. What do you got?
May and Sigma.
Wow.
It was
Can you tell us
between
the
her.
context?
It was between her and Moira.
I'm curious. What's the
Well,
context?
no, not her. I don't know.
It's all right.
They're all,
They
like,
named the
people.
correct characters. I was just
Moira
really
and
surprised.
Yeah, also, his second option was Moira, and I was a little surprised about that too.
Yeah, I mean there are quite a few scientists in Overwatch nowadays. So
I only knew the Sigma half because I've heard it before.
It was Sigma after eliminating May.
Yep. See, we were hoping it'd be a little confusing because there's lines that are similar to when Winston gets eliminated, like you're just a monkey or something like that. So we were hoping to get you right there, but Shadow Fear on top of that. Who are we sending away?
Yeah,
We're sending away Shadowfang because there can only be one.
Oh, Highlander reference indeed. Shadowfang. Any last words?
Yeah. I've been consistently good in trying for 3 seasons. Please vote me for All-Star.
Get those? Well, it's too bad that All-Stars might be picked by that time, but All right, I'm making these up on the fly. Shadowfang, thanks for being with us, but your fangs, you got to get them sharpened, fam. You got to get them sharpened. All right. Next one. I just realized that this one already has one in the line. So I just realized that as we made those that we didn't.
I would just say
we have noticed.
No, can't pick that one.
Pick that one. So this one was really interesting to myself in triage because we didn't know what the reference was. And so there are actually multiple answers to this question. Squid needs more seasoning. Nagisa.
Ash says that to Zen. Or Zen and Diva, I thought.
Ah,
I know it's Ash, but I don't know the
she
second one.
technically got one right in her answer.
She got 2 of the 3.
Yeah.
Do I have to name all 3?
No, you didn't have to name all 3. You just had to name 2 of them. I was just saying there were multiple answers. I'll give it to you, Triage. Do we give it to her?
I think we do.
Okay.
We had never heard that one. Like, we had no idea.
Yeah, we had.
I've heard that a lot.
Yeah, so that line comes from Ash eliminating either Lucio or Diva, and when Triage actually looked it up yesterday while we were making the script for today, and it's because Ash essentially sees Lucio or Diva as like new to the gang, or like in comparison to like a biker gang, like when they say that like a squid is like a new member, and when you say they need more seasoning, it means that they need more like practice. They need to get like roughed up, basically. So it was an interesting line. It was definitely not something we expected. So Nagisa, Vet or Shadow Fear?
If it's 1 and 1, the imposters win.
That's true.
You know Vet is us.
It's Vet. I'm picking Vet.
I was about to say,
Vet.
but do you want to eliminate the competition? But she has chosen Vet.
I think we both got one right.
We both got one right.
Oh,
Vet
that's
is
true.
us.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I guess you're both in that boat. Vet, you be sus, man. You're that guy we're gonna eliminate. Any last words?
Yes. Follow my Twitter. I BM teams on there sometimes, or I say vote for my teammates for Roll Stars. Also, Shadow Fear kind of sus.
Oh, what do you mean?
All right. Well, Vet, as your namesake, you may need one after that burn right there. All right.
You say he's an animal?
I mean, a vet's a type of doctor, so yeah. I mean that I'm making them up on the fly. All right.
Oh, I know.
I'm not Yeti. All right. Not all of them are gold. All right, Triage, you get first and last. So, Nagisa and Shadow Fear, here is the last one.
We've got Stop Coming After Me.
What?
Stop Coming After Me.
Is that a death line?
You have no other context than that.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I don't have it. Because I want to say that every time I die.
I'm gonna say Nagisa.
Ooh, Nagisa. What do we got?
It's Baptiste, but I don't know. It's to somebody, right? Or is it just Baptiste?
Well, it's a two-person interaction. There are always two-person interactions. So,
yes.
So it's Baptiste and who?
I'm thinking. I'm sorry. I'm thinking.
I mean, you only got, 30 heroes to choose from? It's got to be one of those.
Think about the
say it's versus, or it's two people who he was part of. So, Widow, Reaper, people like that.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! You are absolutely correct, actually.
It's Baptiste after eliminating a member of Talon.
Yes!
So it is. So it as Sigma, as Reaper, as Widowmaker, as Sombra, any one of those 4. Yes, I think that's all the members of Talent. Oh, Doomfist
And Moira.
and Moira. There we go. So 6. See, even I don't know them all, but that is what Baptiste says after eliminating one of them. So wow, good job, Nagisa. Oh, Shadow Fear.
Excited.
Shadow Fear. You did not take a chance. You did not make a mistake, but you're gonna get messy. Any last words?
I am no longer the Ana One Trick. Now I'm in Luso jail.
Aw, that's too bad. Well,
Nice here.
Well, you may have fear in your name, but you're not that scary. And Nagisa, you are the winner of Server Kick Trivia. How do you feel?
I feel like I didn't expect that, so...
It's interesting because there were so few of you, and typically the way it goes is that we have the one person that never answers, and then the one person that always answers, and that's who's at the end. So it was a little different this time around. I like it.
Yeah,
so
cool.
the floor is yours for a reasonable amount of time. Say whatever you want.
See, that's great, except I didn't think I'd get this far, so I don't really know what to say. I was kind of like, oh, I'm gonna be out after like.
Make it up on the fly. Come on, show your confidence in your victory.
Yeah. Promote yourself. Promote your team. Promote Twitter or something. What do you got?
Oh gosh, I'm not good at that.
Tell us how much you're the carry of the team, because we all know it.
How much they'd fall apart without you?
They'd argue a lot without me. I know that their comms are very messy when I'm not there. Not a carry, but maybe for comms.
The emotional carry is very important.
Exactly.
You're right.
You gotta keep the mental game up. Here you go. Tell people to like look out for you guys or follow you on Twitter.
I'll do a different route.
Okay.
There we go. Perfect.
Because I was just thinking about this. Because Vet's like, follow me on Twitter, IBM. And I just want to say that some of my teammates may BM a little bit, but as a team, as Tempest, we respect every team. And I try to drive that home as a co-captain.
Aww.
I want teams to know that yes, we're out here, we're talking a little smack, whatever. And if it gets too far, it's not something I appreciate because I like every team. We're all out here just having fun, doing our best. That's what it's about. And I want people to know that Tempest is that team that just wants everybody to have fun, and that's it.
Aw. All right. Well, that was definitely a sweet ending to a wonderful beat drop. Thank you so much, Nagisa, and the rest of the team, Tempest, for joining us tonight. Be sure to tune in next time around. We are literally pumping these out just about as fast as we get teams to sign up for them. So after every regular feature match, so not to include all the extra ones that are being added in because of the playoffs, so every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday night right here at youtube.com/OW Tranquility around 10 or so, depending on when the main match ends, you'll be seeing just another beat drop happening right here. That's it for us here at the Beat Drop. My name's Captain Jack,
And I'm Triage.
and we'll see y'all next time.
Let's drop the beat.